What is up, YouTube? This is DEFCON 3 Security coming at you from somewhere here on Spaceship Earth. So I should be taking a snack break right now, but I thought I'd make you guys a video. So I do sacrifice myself sometimes to appease you guys. But Happy New Year's to everybody. You know, I thought I would kind of talk about the New Year's with you guys today. So you know, today I'm in my FJ Cruiser. I anticipated taking my Honda Civic to work every day to save on some gas money, but had something happen to the Honda Civic yesterday. So, you know, we're a couple hours away from New Year's, and I'm on my way home. You know, couldn't wait to get home from San Francisco to where I drive to get home. So as I'm just going over the bridge, you know, I start hearing a weird thumping sound, and it almost sounded like somebody's engine going bup, 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 bup. And I'm like, dude, is that my car or is that somebody's engine next to me? Because it was such a consistent pattern of noise, like bup, 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 bup. It almost sounded like somebody's engine going out. So I thought it was a car next to me. I started moving into the other lane to get away from that car just to see if it was me or them. And it turned out it was me. But what it was is my tire. Seems like I might have a nail or something in my tire and the air was escaping. And I was basically running on low. And that thing was going to burst at any second. Now, I did pull over, right? Safely. And I had an issue. I forgot my driver's license home that day. Actually, I forgot my entire wallet that day at home. And I thought to myself, dude, I am in a bad situation. I have no license. I have no credit card. I have no money. You know, if I wanted to get a tow home, there's nothing I could really do at that point. Then I said, all right, well, I'm sure I've got a spare tire in the trunk. Now, I haven't really driven that car for a while, so I don't remember if I had a spare tire or not, or the tools to fix a flat tire. Open the trunk, and sure enough, I do have a spare tire, but it's flat. And I remember hearing years ago a tow truck driver telling me 90% of people that have spare tires that are flat, so they're useless. In my case, yes, it was flat, so absolutely useless. So here I am on the side of the road, right after the bridge. Cop car rose up behind me almost instantly, and I'm dressed like this. I mean, I look like a damn terrorist, right, with a vest on and a gun and all this ammo. And I'm out of my car, and this cop rose up behind me, thinking like, what the hell is this guy up to? So I let it be known that I'm an armed guard and that my tire blew out. And I guess he could see that the tire was blown out and my story matched up. So ultimately what he does is he tells me he's going to call up a tow truck because they don't want anybody blocking the bridge since it's such a heavily used infrastructure, and it's New Year's within 2 hours, and he knows that it's going to get super busy soon, so they wanted to get me off the road. Mind you, I don't have my license on me. I don't have my permit to carry my gun because I forgot everything at home. Well, tow truck driver does come within like 10 minutes. I did manage to get the spare tire on before the tow truck driver came. He put air in the spare tire, and I drove home, and that was it. So, you know, horrible day, right? Wrong, okay? It's all how you look at it. Some people might say, damn, dude, that sucks for you. The tire was flat. You didn't have your license on you. It blew out right before New Year's, and could things get any worse? Well, yeah, dude, they could have gotten a lot worse. You know, that tire could have blown out on the freeway. It could have caused an accident. That cop could have saw me and been more aggressive, you know, saying like, what the hell is this dude doing with a gun? People could have called up and said, hey, there's some crazy person near the bridge dressed up like he's getting ready to go to war. I I might not have had a spare tire. I might not have had the tools to replace the tire. I mean, there's so many things that could have went bad, but they didn't go bad, right? So it's all perspective. In all honesty, the whole ordeal lasted me about 30 minutes. And not once did the cop check my ID. I guess, I'm pretty sure he did run my plate, because I know he sat there for a minute looking at my plate and he was calling in numbers. So he probably did call my plate and then, said, okay, well, this vehicle is not stolen. It's registered. Seems like it's insured. So that helped. But, the bottom line is, nothing bad happened that was out of my reach. I'm always telling you guys, you need to adapt and adjust, right? Adapt and adjust to a situation. So there you go, guys. Instead of saying, damn, my New Year started off on a bad note, I look at this and say, damn, my New Year started off on a good note. I didn't crash. I wasn't late to get home for New Year's. Everything seemed to have gone well. And I'm actually kind of excited about it. Like, damn, that was cool. That was smooth. And went home happy and glad that the spare tire held up. So there you go, guys. It's all perspective, right? Everything is relative. Remember I told you, once you start hating life and think that things suck, well, there's some guy in Somalia that would love to trade places with you any day. So this video is sort of about New Year's, right? New Year's, a new start. And I'm sorry, the lighting here is horrible. I'm like, if I put my hand here, it kind of helps a little bit, but it is what it is, okay? So, I was talking to a bunch of people today, and they were talking about the New Year's and how they're going to try to, get money to get things going. And a lot of people are complaining that the year sucks and that last year sucks. Again, it's all perspective. When you look at people that are successful, millionaires, billionaires, 80% of them, if you look it up, statistically, 80% of millionaires and billionaires started off with nothing, right? They had $0 and they worked their way up to that million or $1 billion. A lot of people say, well, I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. I'll never be able to get to that status. I never did inherit money from rich parents. The reality is only 20% of millionaires or billionaires in the world inherited their money. The other 80% created that money using their ingenuity and tenacity and just the will to do it. Last year was the best year I think I've ever had financially. Currently, as it sits, financially, I am in a really comfortable position. Despite the economy collapsing around me and people without jobs, and I certainly do feel for them, I managed to adapt and adjust and get to where I am just by working hard and putting in the hours and constantly upgrading myself and knowing my worth and knowing my value. We are born with abundance. You may not be born with a silver spoon in your mouth, but you are certainly born with abundance. You have enough. You have the wisdom. You have the knowledge. Now you just need the motivation and the will to get to where you want to get in life. All of us are born with the same bag of Legos in life, right? We all have this little bag of Legos, and it's all a matter of how you put those Legos together, what you build with that. Nobody has more or less Legos. Even if you were born rich, you still have obstacles to overcome to get to where you want to be in life. And where you want to be in life, what your goal is, that's totally on you. Some people may not have goals that are as high as others. Doesn't mean that they didn't make it to the top. Some people's idea of making it to the top is being a hobo, traveling on a train and just seeing America with a backpack on and nothing more. Other people have aspirations of, owning an island. And just because that's not your goal to shoot that high doesn't mean you've failed in life. but you certainly want to feel have a feeling of success. Like right now, I feel pretty good. I feel like everything is on track, everything's going good. But you know, things can go south really quick. I am one car accident away from having this all taken away from me. And it happens every day. People will find out that they have some sort of terminal illness and a wrench is thrown into their machine of life, right? So I certainly accept the fact that something can happen and make bad things happen and erase all the gains that I've had. But hey, that's life, right? So I wrote some notes here. I'm sorry. Let me take a look at my notes here. Pretty much covered everything I want to say. But, you know, like I said, guys, it's a New Year's. It's just another day. But you can also look at it as a restarting point. Just like with me when I had my little incident yesterday on a bridge, I could have looked at it two ways. I could have looked at it as, damn, dude, what an inconvenience, what a delay, what a waste of time. Or I can look at it as, wow, what a blessing. I didn't crash. I managed to make it home before New Year's. Things are good. Wow, I changed a tire using limited tools. CHP just so happened to see me and be cool about it and call a tow truck for me, and you know. So guys, we are all born with the same amount of Legos in the bag. Take those Legos and build something amazing. Build it to your standards. Adapt and adjust. Think about it. A millionaire, somebody that has user ingenuity to build something huge. I guarantee you, if you strip them of all their money, right, took them down to zero and throw them in any big city of America, they would be able to acquire those millions again with no money at all, just by using their ingenuity and their talents, but most importantly, their drive. If anything, it's a New Year's. Time to start looking for a new job. If you're not happy, look for a new job. Why kiss anybody's butt to try to get promoted and move up? If you don't like your job, just start looking for a new one. You know your worth. You know your value. Value your time. Most importantly, be safe.